Day 92. Yeah, it was really funny that the 90th episode did so well on like click-through rates. No one ever actually watches it, which I knew, which is why I put the thing in the beginning. Yeah, you know one actually watches these videos. This is for me, because I thought it would be funny. But, obviously, two big elephants in the room. One, I'm dyeing my hair. Hopefully it'll be silver. We'll see. Two, as you can see during the intro, I'm not nude, but it does look like it. Yeah. Well, I still have my Baja Blast in the fridge, but I don't think I should drink it since it is midnight o'clock. Yeah, I was talking to someone whose first language is in English, and she's like, when do you want to meet up? And I said, noon. And she goes, no, like, exactly what time? And I go, noon. And she goes, no, I'm like 12. She's like, oh, okay, good. And I'm like, I grew up thinking that just means noon. Like, I know noon is a loose concept given the fact that, like, high noon, which is, I think, depending on, especially now with daylight savings and stuff, it changes, but just noon. So, I wonder, since, you know, she's fluent, I wonder if that was a regional thing or not. My Baja Blast will have been very flat. Should I just get it? No, I'm under a time crunch. But should I? Nah. Should I set up higher to fill the screen more? Yeah, probably will mute the start of this, given the fact that that probably is awful for your ears. Did I ever talk about Lock and Key? I feel like I should have. Anyways, so what happened was I watched all of Lock and Key back whenever, because I wanted to watch it. Because it reminded me a lot of a particular era of like movie and TV show where I don't know, almost like Golden Compass. It was like a Nickelodeon show called like House of Anubis and stuff, like this mystery kind of situation. Not quite series of unfortunate events, but that's kind of odd genre. I don't know really how you classify it. That was pretty prevalent back in the day. But what happened was I was watching it because it kind of was that kind of vibe, and I watched it, and none of it was too shocking, but I did like it. For me, I like like it because it was very the horror was physical, but it was kind of something you can get really kept behind because it's like she watched people and the main villain and like at one point, which isn't too much of a spoiler, but like she could travel through images, and that was pretty spooky. I don't know why. I think it's a very niche fear, but it's a good one without just being like, ooh, spooky monster. It was like more psychological horror, more. I think it was really cool. I think some of this really did well from an idea standpoint, especially, but I think some of it did really well. I liked a lot of it. Some of it I kind of have like opinions on, and some of it I just have questions that I don't know if it was already supposed to be explained or if it's supposed to not have been explained. But oh boy, was some of it not good. So I'm going to be talking about the ending and spoilers a bit. So if for some reason you're watching this and you don't care about spoilers for Lock and Key season 1, don't, I guess. Like, you're not watching it anyways, so who cares? So what happened was in, I think it was the second to the last episode, or the third or something, very end of the episode, I don't remember what Rabble Proof is. I don't remember. This was a long time ago. I watched this. By a long, I mean when it first-ish came out. And it's been a heck of a year. So anyways, so what happened was, at the very end of this one episode, she throws that one kid, the groundkeeper's kid, and this guy, the dark hair, you already figure out who he is and all that, spoilers and blah blah. He puts on this crown of light, I don't remember what it's called. Puts on the crown with the key on it, blah blah. I think they could have done one or the other, but I don't think they should have done both. But what they did is they had Billie Eilish playing, and I think it was Bad Guy, like I'm the bad guy, and it was nice. I liked it. I was like, okay, pop culture song playing at a very intense moment, but I liked it. I think Billie Eilish has this very low rumble sound to it, which I'm a big fan of any music that kind of has this deep feeling to, like physically, like feeling. But what happened was at the same time, at a very pop culture, very modern song was playing, the guy, and don't get me wrong, great actor, he did a good job, he felt like the same character as the woman, which, spoilers, they were the same person, made sense, okay, dig it. However, were they supposed to have different energies? Because you choose two people that have the same exact energy, which I think is what you were supposed to get from it. So I really liked it. It was like when two actors really had the same feeling to it, which it really was good. 2, point was, he puts on the crown, Billie Eilish plays, but at the same time he says, hello darkness, my old friend, like no joke, and I'm like, that's a freaking meme. It kind of got big and stuff. It just like, don't don't put in. Don't do that. So that was such a, for me, such a bad moment. And then with a different moment that I think it worked well on the initial run through it, but watching and thinking back to it, it doesn't make any sense to me. Again, serious spoilers here. But what happened was, so this darkness, I don't remember if she had a name, I honestly don't. This darkness woman, she can appear to be anybody because she has a certain key. Well, she decides to be the one guy, which you realize chose to, or forced to look like him from the beginning. So she chose to look like a really hot woman after that because I guess she liked that form better. She's like an alien, question mark, I don't know. She's a being that can possess people. So okay, let's say that's what she wants to look like, fine. But she also wanted to get on the side of the Locks, which is the last name of the main family, who owns the keys. The Locks decided to no, she decided to befriend the Locks to get on the inside, maybe get some more keys, because each key has a magic power. Here's the thing. When you first introduced to this character, you get introduced from, it's someone from school, and you get introduced as like a foodie kind of guy, like, oh, he gets paid in food, we don't have to pay him cash, blah blah, which fits her MO, which because she eats a lot, but it's done in a completely different way, and I don't know who to blame that on. But what happened is it doesn't feel the same, like the way that he eats versus, or like talks about food versus how she talks about food. But okay, sure. But then also that scene, she's dressed as a mascot. Why would you? I don't know, like that's such a thing that like she would be so against, but it doesn't have any resilience to it. And then it kind of like, yeah, she pretends for certain things to try to trick them, but it felt such a weird thing that she was so like, yeah, I'm dressed up as a mascot. I'm a 14-year-old boy who likes eating Cheez-Its. That product placement was also garbage. It was such a ridiculous thing that there was such a product placement on the Cheez-Its in that moment. I thought, yeah, it was the Cheez-Its. It was like, no. Like, it was literally a Cheez-Its box with Cheez-Its around it on a plate. It was so bad. And again, the way that they talk about food and vibe together, and then you get a sense that he or she, the darkness, like we're trying to play this one moment, like the daughter, to try to get on the inside, blah blah. Okay, kind of weird, but okay, like that's what you have to do to try to get ahead and try to get these keys. But at the same time, it kind of says like you can look like anyone you want. Like you only ever see it in the sense of looking like a different person that is already an established character, for the most part, besides her choosing that one particular look her main look and not the ex-boyfriend of the whatever, blah blah. So when she dresses as the kid, is that kid real? Is that a real kid? If it is a real kid, what she did before, I think she gets rid of the person that she is disguised as. Did she kill this kid? Don't know. She also does this thing where she this kid, like, did she take over this kid's whole life? Because they said that he was part of the school, so like she already went undercover in the school system. So the question is, did she go undercover as a kid for a while? Or did she take this kid's identity after? So yeah, like, did she disguise herself as this kid before the locks even showed up? Because I guess could have worked, given the fact that she knew they were coming since before they even moved. She knew that one kid, but I don't know. Here's one thing has been like, he also is new here. He also doesn't have family. He kind of shows up. My sibling also dyed her hair, but she got green. I got silver. But hopefully this ends before she comes down. Hurry up. Hurry it up. Hurry it up. Ethan. Hurry.